Hello everyone, how are we keeping? One second, I'm trying to hide something in the background. I'm trying to keep it as a surprise. Oh, so hello everyone, how are we all keeping? Hello Kenny, you're awful early already. Come on, there we go. Hello everyone, how are we all keeping? Hope everything is well. Oh, Jude, hello Jude, how are you keeping? Sorry we didn't have a live last week. My camera's straight, or is it just the way it's sitting on my table? That better? Um, Sorry we didn't have a live last week. It was a bad storm here, and the lights were flickering, and I'd be afraid that the power would go. Made a clown of myself in the chat earlier. Oh no, you're alright, Jude. A bit funny, but you're okay. Um, I hope everyone is keeping well. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry, I hope the people weren't annoyed that we had no chat last week. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't permitting very well here, and I don't know, Jude, were you around? It was a very, very bad storm. Whatever the hell her name was, I can't remember. Dira. So how have we all been anyway? How has everyone been? I know it's the off season. Butty88. Hello, Butty88. Welcome to the live. David, hello, my fella. How are you? All good, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so it's been quiet, really. It is the quiet season. Have been doing some bits and bobs. Have been finishing this. It's coming up in a video. Para and commando webbing from the Falklands Pacific. 58 pattern, but it's not your standard 58 pattern, shall we say. Been doing that. I got a present during the week of this, so this needs to be badged. Needs to be badged up. It is Steve Kiddle, I believe. Steve Kiddle. If any of you know who Steve Kiddle is and you're in the reenacting world and you collect World War II stuff or you reenact World War II stuff, he is the dog's bottom when it comes to reproduction battle dress. So yeah, I'll give you a hint of what it is being badged up to. This also arrived. It's not your standard one, it's slightly different. So there you go. That's a hint to what it is being badged up to. I could actually pin that on it now, really. Well, not this side, the other side. Yeah. What pattern is it? It's the late war pattern, the 40 pattern, is it? Because it's got the exposed buttons. Or is it the austerity? I'm not 100% sure. It's the late war anyway, because I think it's the austerity one, because it's got a line collar. But yeah, it's very, very nice. And even the material, it feels so soft. It's a lot less 1944 pattern or 1940 pattern. Hello, Danny. Yeah, so it's 1940 austerity pattern. There you go. Very nice. And as I said, it's been badged up to that lot. And actually, what I've seen is Denny's here. Look what I found today. These are blank rounds, YouTube, before you have a panic attack. They are drill rounds. There is a hole drilled in them. I was trying to find a date on them, but I can't because they're they need a bit of a clean up. But yeah, I have a clip of them that I didn't know I had. There you go. They're blank rounds. Everybody, don't lose your bottom. There is an I and a V on the clip. I don't know if you can see it there. Focus camera. Focus. No. Okay. But yeah. So I'm not 100% sure on them. But yeah, Danny likes all that. David, nice. Steve Kittle, yes, it is Steve Kittle, Pegasus Militaria, the creme de la creme. Apart from, I don't know actually. Would his stuff be better than Panther Store, or what is now what price Glory Central Europe? I don't know actually, to tell you the truth. Line the collar or get neck burn. It is lined. It is lined. 2 up. Mark 7 round silverheads 1910 to 1943. Mark 4 stripper clip used 1916 onwards. Yeah, there you go. So I have a stripper clip. I need to clean them though. That one's gone all green. I found them in a box that I didn't know I had. Somebody must have given to me at some point in time. Yeah, so I need to clean them, polish them up, and I have a clip for my World War One stuff, which is pretty cool. Sorry, Buddy, I missed the question there. Buddy 88. Did anyone else attend the IMCC military fair last Saturday in Dublin? Great fair. I picked up some great items. I did not. I did not. I was working. I was planning on going to it, but things came up and I couldn't go. So hopefully I will make the next one. It's an awful thing to say. It's been a whole 2 or 3 years now. Definitely. Sorry, I take it back. I was at the Naas Racecourse last year, the military show, and I was at the Cavan military show this year. But it's been probably 2 years, 3 years since I have been to a specific military fair in Ireland, and I need to get my bottom to one. So I need to get there. Was lucky enough to score a new dozen Enfield cartridges on Neverbuy for very little money. Yeah, I was plumbing around on eBay for the last few days. I do it regularly. I just type in whatever. Like I collect that banner stuff. I collect Cold War, specifically East German and West German stuff. World War II, Vietnam from the Australians. And I'm starting to collect SAS stuff. Now I don't have the money to collect some of the higher end stuff in the SAS, but I am collecting some SAS stuff just because I find it interesting with Paddy Mayne and the whole lot, and because I portray it during World War II. So yeah, so I'm trying to find an SAS beret at the minute, which is proving very elusive. I have an Australian one, so I was trying to get one, but they're proving elusive. But hopefully in Stoneleigh next year, when I get to Stoneleigh next year, I may pick up one. We'll see. I'm going to set aside most of my budget to get one. Now people are going to sound this crazy, but I'm budgeting around 150 to 200 pounds. Sorry, possibly for an SAS beret, which is a bit nuts when you think of it as just one cap, but that's what they are going for. So we'll wait and see. I found 2 Mark II hollow point 303 rounds earlier the other day, only used between 1894 and 1899. Yeah, I seen them, Danny. They were cool. They were very, very cool. There's also a gas mask bag in your studio. Ralph, there's also a gas mask bag. Oh, behind me. That's not a gas mask bag. That's a small pack. Or I wish it was a bigger pack. I do have a respirator pack hanging up there. This is a spare pack that I have that comes with me to work and stuff. So it's got like high vis in it. It's got beanie, some books for reading and stuff in my downtime. So yeah. Lovely SAS watch for sale. Yes, it is a fantastic SAS watch, Danny. But I would not be able to afford it right now as we speak, without losing a kidney. Because I have seen it. It is a fantastic watch. But yeah. Oh, pardon me. I don't use eBay much. I pre-use Natural Buy FR pretty much all the time, and come across wee treasures from blokes who don't know what to have. Ah, okay. I must look at it. I do think you gave me that site before, but I just haven't. What's the British bag behind you? I just told you it's a small pack. That's what it is. There was an SAS bread for sale at Saturday Fair. Do you know what price it was, buddy? Because I'd say it was expensive, especially if it was in Ireland. I put up my own Facebook page earlier. Did you? Oh, let's have a look. Bless you. Wish you were a bigger pack. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I use for work. So what have I been up to? What else have I been up to? So there is some standard videos coming up this weekend. There is a equipment video coming up tomorrow, and then there is another there's a headdress video coming up on Sunday. I have been talking to Danny, so he knows what the plan is of videos that are coming up. There's 3 impressions coming up, sorry. So they'll be coming up in the next month or two. And hopefully, the weather's been so shocking that I haven't been able to get out to do like documentary type things. So hopefully I'll get out and try and do them, because I don't want to bombard people with kit constantly, 24/7, or sure all weekend. So people seem to like when I get out and do the documentary type things. So hopefully we'll get that done, and hopefully I will get my World War One helmet finished over the weekend, which would be good as well. That's also been videoed, so if I get that edited and stuff, that'll be up the following week. Fingers crossed, all going well. And upload from St. Charles and Methodist Church in Prague, the last stand of Operation Anthropod. Yes, that's a very great. There's 2 good films. One is called, is it the 4 H's, where it's from his side, from. I don't know if I can even mention his name on this, but from the fellow that was assassinated, from his, that's called Triple H, and then the other side, which is the 2 Czech lads, it's called Operation and Anthropod. So there's 2 good films if you want to see that. Yeah, it's very good film. But 2 very good movies actually. Stan can't stay long watching Tom Cruise movie. Stan, which is more important, staying here with us or watching Tom Cruise? I'd say staying here with us. Hi Stan, Steelhammer Stan. Hey Kenny, David, that man with the size 5 head is making the making of a bloody hero. I don't know what price it was. I was afraid to ask, as I had spent over my budget at the time. seeing it. When is the next one on? Is it every? Is it 4 times a year or 3 times a year? I can't remember exactly. It's probably the last one for this year, so it says the next one will be January or February. But I need to get up to it. Now then, David, Jude, it's an incredible place and free in. Do they still have? Because I seen there was a guy who used to. I don't know if he still does it. But he did. He was a school teacher, an American school teacher, and used to bring his students there. And he did some fantastic tour videos. He did one of the ghetto in Warsaw, the ghetto in Krakow. He did Bergen-Belsen. He did Dachau. He did Auschwitz-Birkenau. He did Schindler's Factory. He did. Did he do Sobibor? I can't remember. Did he do Sobibor? He did the other one as well. It's no longer. They got knocked and hidden. Where Schindler's Factory is based at that concentration camp before they had Auschwitz and Birkenau. Poznan. He did one there as well. No, it's not Poznan. Was it Poznan? I can't remember. Yeah, but he did a tour of the Anthropod operation, and the church where the lads held up, the window you can actually still see it's still fairly pockmarked. I don't know if it's still there, but it was at that stage when he did the documentary. It was fairly pockmarked where they were just chucking grenades down it and shooting into it. Because the boys were still, remember the guys, I think they flooded it as well. They were held up in the basement and they flooded the basement. And I think the 2 boys eventually committed suicide rather than being captured. Yeah. Still understand. My wife is in charge. Tom Cruise wins. She's on the phone, so I'm free for a bit. Okay. No problem, Stan. I thought Sobibor was raised to the ground. Yeah, Sobibor was raised to the ground, but the station is still there and the tracks are still there. And it's like a national park, not monument type thing now, but the station is still there. And I think the outline of the actual camp is still there, but yeah. Excuse me. I'm after a full size cleaning rod for a Mosin Nagant rifle. Can't seem to find one. If Danny Reese is still there, he has connections in relation to things like that. He might be able to track you down one. Jude, that window I put up pics of the outside and the inside of it on Facebook. I must have a look. I must have a look at that actually as well. Terry Savalas, hello friends, hello, how are you, Terry? Boaty88, I will check the fair dates on the card that we're giving out. I know the dates are up on their Facebook page. Okay. Got an Imperial M3 knife with an M8 scabbard up for grabs if anyone is interested. Danny, put that up on the Area Military Collectibles page. Got most of the lads that are there on that page. They might be interested in. Terry Savalas, what is in the World War II bag behind you? Books, and more books. Because I'm always doing research for stuff for here, for the channel. So we have a good book, King Country, about 3 brothers. I haven't finished it yet. Danny knows this book because I think he gave it to me. Yeah, Shropshire Light Infantry Boys. That's what this is about. Next book we have is Ambushes, Irish War of Independence, and the Irish Rebellion, 1919 to 1921. So there's a local ambush and stuff in here that I'm trying to do research on. Then in here is just my notebook for making notes if I have an idea on videos and stuff to do. I write them down. I also write down like when I'm doing a video. Did I just make notes? So here we have. What's this one for? Okay, but I'm not going to talk about that one because that is actually what I need for the video that's coming up. Another one here on another kidnapping that I'm going to try and do, which was actually the 23rd of November is that anniversary, so I need to try and get that cracking. So these are notes on the Clare Abbey video I did, so that's what it is. So it's not just point and pray. I do actually do some study for some videos, not all videos. I do some videos or some study for some videos. One second, I just flick up. I'm missing a rake. I'm missing a rake of stuff. There we go. What's in the bag behind you? Just answer that. Stan, you'll find a moving cleaning rod on. Oh, there you go. There you go, Stan. There's an answer for you. 10th of February. So, about here, 10th of February. So, I need to put that in my calendar. We'll be at the original Reenactors Market and the Artisans and Reenactors Market on Saturday in Warwickshire. Some of the English boys might be rocking up to that, but I won't be going to that because I'm in a different country. Stan, I will send you the dimensions for 1891 cleaning rod if you can help. Morton cleaning rod. Fake off autocorrect. Cheers, Jude. Is that obviously a website? Yes, it would be, Stan. Jude, yes. Terry Savalas, King and Country 2014 is also the sequel to Hope and Glory movie from 1987. Who's seen this? Hope and Glory or King and Country? Can't remember. I can't remember actually. Hope and Glory. I can't remember if I've seen it. I watched. What was I watching today? It was a World War II movie. We dive at dawn. Because little interesting fact for you. At one point in time in my childhood, I wanted to be in the Navy. I wanted to be on a battleship and I wanted to fire the big guns. But then when I found out that there was no battleships and guns anymore, I decided against it. Probably when I was around 10 or 11 and went army orientated. But I was both actually. I was army orientated, but I was interested in the navy and the battleships as well. But yeah, so that didn't work out. Sorry, Stan. It is the 1891 or the 30. I only have the 30 details, but I might know a man who does. Steelhammer Stan, DPM, Kate Bush, 1968. Not 100% sure what you're on about, Terry. Kate Bush made the music clip named Army Dreams with World War II Canadian Hamilton. Interesting fact. Myself, Stan, Bristol, Chuckles, Dave, Big Jack, and Dom. And Big Dave. Plus Dom and Dom. Dom and Dan, sorry. They are pre-World War One kit fairs. Okay, so basically everybody from Living History UK except Pete will be there. So yeah. Steel helmet Stan, Dave Brown, accepting to DX search. It is, according to DX Circus, it's an M9130 1942 jet. We Dive at Dawn is a classic from the 1950s. Yes, great film. Is the Irish Navy limited to the Irish Sea Ferry? We actually have, I don't know if they still have it, but they had the biggest fishery protection in the whole of the EU, which when you consider Sweden and, or sorry, Norway and Finland and those places that have massive coastlines, yeah, we actually had a bigger one than fishery protection than they have. I think we have 8 or 9 ships, full ships, shall we say. Um, and then there's other smaller little bits and bobs, like torpedo boats and crap like that. But I think there's 8 or 9, possibly 10 of the bigger ships. The James Joyce was the last big one that they built. I think they built it. If I told you, Stan, the difficulty and how to get my Carcamo 1891 cleaning rod, it would bore you. Very funny, Dave. Terry Savalas, cheers, Terry. Terry Savalas, Stephen Stan. The Kate Bush, the best. Jude Stan. I put an interesting helmet up on the Facebook group chat earlier. You might. Oh, that's the one with the air vents in it. I've seen that. When you stood at the American grave in the last video, was that World War II veteran or what? He is a veteran, possibly of Vietnam. Now the thing about it is, and CJ from Military Collectibles pointed out, he answered in the comments. He's so hard to. There's no actual serial number on it, right? When you put in his name, you get a rake of names, all the same name. You get the wrong date of birth. You get different spellings in his name. You get different rank. So the one that CJ found was born a year earlier, and he was a different rank, but he was the same name. So is it that man? I don't know, because obviously the American Army is huge, or the American Marines is huge. It possibly is, but I found him I found guys with him later on different registers, with the same name and same rank, but a different date of birth. So it's very, very confusing. Records weren't exactly kept the best. Now there is a group of American veterans like the American Legion that had that grave put there. Because I don't think it was marked. I'm not sure. I found an article anyway that they had the grave put there, because they wanted to commemorate all these American soldiers that served in Vietnam and other conflicts with a memorial headstone. But they don't. There's not much information on that neither of where they got their information. So it's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. David Berrien, I can assist you, Stan. Dave and Stan are on about cleaning rods. Cheers, Dave. You are most Stan. Yeah, I bought another 68 pattern DPM jacket. So you can start doing reenacting with us now soon, Stan. Doing off banner because you have most of the gear now. So no excuses. You're coming with us. Dave. Patch of threads would be beyond my skills and knowledge. Yes, I get you. I've probably just made up a look and like to keep the barrel bands though. Nice info, John. Is that about the grave? Because yeah, he's very hard to. Yeah, I do know of one other American grave that is nearby. So I will probably go and check that out at some point in time. The problem with that I don't like doing is I don't like making it visible or telling people or showing people where these graves are because unfortunately with antisocial behaviour and unfortunately with half the fucking twats that are around the place, they'll probably go and knock over the headstone. Um, so that's why I don't try and advertise where they are. Um, Chris Fellas, I was watching the episode an episode of Cartleys this afternoon, and I saw a Belgian backpack with a British commandos used in 1943. I guess in 1969 the stuff wasn't worth much then. You have to remember that after the war, there was so much stuff mass produced that they didn't know what to do with it. Like when you consider that the battle dress, they were cutting the patches off of the battle dress because they thought they were collectible. The battle dresses then themselves were being shredded and they were being ploughed into the countryside as natural fertilizer. Um, Gas capes were being used and sold to people out working either on the outside or working outside as rain capes or as hikers or things like that. That's what the rain capes were being sold for, and the gas capes. Um, these were being sold as school bags. Um, I'm sure some of the older generation, not just older generation, me, I remember guys in school having packs, and that was in the 80s. I remember guys, not so much World War II stuff, but if any of you remember the 70s and 80s, um, Bundeswehr. After the wall came down, everybody and his dog had a Bundeswehr. I still have my one actually. Big heavy jacket, anorak, smock. Um, they were a dime a dozen. Shorts, pants, the moleskin pants. Everybody had one. They were a dime a dozen. They were unbelievable. Surplus was huge back then. Um, Not so much now. I suppose it was a fashion thing then as well. Or every town that I remember had a bloody surplus store in it. We had, we definitely had two in my time in the town I come from. So yeah. Recommended watching Tales from the Green Valley on YouTube. Great series on 17th century life. Yeah, let's look that up. BTW Classic Rifle Match the weekend, the 2nd and 3rd of December. Well, in 80 and a tie. If you're free, let me know and I'll get you a shooter. You can use my Mini 14 now that it's manually operated and unrestricted. I still can't believe that it's a joke that they had to be restricted. The Last Rifleman will soon be released in Ireland. The film story includes D-Day veteran Jordan's flight to France. Pierce Brosnan plays the old soldier. I think I know the movie you're talking about, but the name of it here is, because I've seen it advertised, it's The Great Escaper, not The Last Rifleman. Pierce Brosnan. It's the same movie I'm thinking about. Maybe it's different. I'm thinking about different. The Last Rifleman. I must look it up actually. I know of massive piles of 37 pattern being burnt in the early 2000s for the brass. Yeah, that would not surprise me. It would not surprise me in the slightest. Terry, I have a question for you. Do you ever go out? The Last Rifleman 2023 is about the Royal Ulster Rifles doing the Operation Overlord, a chap remake of The Great Escape. A cheap remake of The Great Escape with Michael Caine. The Last Rifleman. Okay. Is it on Netflix, YouTube? What? I must look it up. Or is it on the cinemas, actually? The Last Rifleman. The West German moleskin shirts were very popular with welders in the 80s and 90s. So I think they were fireproof, weren't they? One depot is burning 7 tons of tents this week. Oh, lads. Can you try and get some? Are there any A-frame wall ones? They were good times. They were. The Last Rifleman is bad knockoff of The Great Escape. Ah, okay. Joe Biden look-alike. Look it up. The Last Rifleman. Sounds like it does sound like a bad knockoff, actually. And it would have to be about the Irish, wouldn't it? The Last Rifleman. Was it Midden Ireland? Where's it been released? World War veteran lives in a care home in Northern Ireland after his wife's death. Initial release the 5th of November. So it's been released. Let's go try and find somewhere I can watch that there later. Can't I buy surplus then? I'm not sure what you mean. 7 tons of tents a week, every week. Been doing it for years. Everything from 2-man pop tents to massive 12 by 12s and bigger. Oh. Yeah, check The Last Rifleman. I might go have a look at that. So we will. I found this today actually very interesting. I might clean out as well. It's a silver one. No, I don't know. It's a silver Irish cap badge. The only ones that I knew that had silver were the band and the back in the 50s, 60s. Excuse me, they had silver. Now there's a bit of weight to this, so I don't know how am I going to check to see is this actually real silver, because it's not stamped. Yeah. There we go. Focus camera. Why won't you focus? So, right, I'll give you a bit of history. So see, there's a burst here around the outside of it. So that's from Fionn and the Fianna. The star burst here as well is from Fionn and the Fianna. Inside this here scroll is Óglac na hÉireann, Soldier of Ireland. And the belt buckle, which is down here, is closed. So that means you're forever bound to Óglac na hÉireann. And Fianna Fáil is ourselves, or we ourselves. It also stands for freedom fighter. Fianna Fáil, we ourselves. So that's what the cap badge is of the Irish Army. Then when you see the red behind it, you see a red square behind it, is supposedly for the blood that Irishmen have spilt throughout the years fighting for Irish independence, and the black is in mourning for the men that have died. Then their cavalry have the red as well behind there. Some do. The first cavalry in Cork don't wear the red behind their cap badge. Never seen it wrote down, but apparently it's in. They wear two big black tails off of their Glengarry, and that's in mourning for Michael Collins because they were his official bodyguards and escort. So when he got killed, they wore these in in commemoration. But the first battalion, or first cavalry squadron, don't wear the red behind the cap badge as a punishment, apparently, for having Michael Collins killed, or not having him killed, for getting, well, I don't know, whatever I'm trying to say. But yeah, so that's that one. Then the Rangers have the bottle green beret. I do actually have one, and I must get it out. I must get permission from the guy who gave it to me. Can I show it? But they have an emerald square, obviously for the Emerald Isle. They have an emerald square behind their cap badge, and their beret is actually bottle green. And the reason it's bottle green is because when the Rangers was being formed, they sent guys to America to do the American Green Beret selection. When they came back, they sent them to England to do the commando course in England. So that's why they wear the green. Beret, obviously, is like an OM, or like a tip my hat to the American Green Berets and the British Commandos, because that's where they got their Green Beret from. Military police wear the common red one. The artillery and the infantry, engineers, medics, everyone, they all wear the same beret. Um, the FCA or the RDF or the reserves, they wore a different one at one point in time, but now they've been changed. The structure's been changed, so they wear the black one as well. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, check it out. Terry Savalas. In 1919, there was the Fourth War with Roy Ray. Sorry, it was an ice cold war. It was an ice cold war trailer with Russians against the Americans. Can't remember. Is it Roger Moore's cap badge from World War II? Silver cap badge, you know. Roger Moore. What was his one? Can't remember. My wife has just used me. You can test it with a certain type of acid. Has just told me you can test it with a certain type of acid. She's a pawnbroker, so take it to a pawnbroker or jeweler. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I must do that. Silver, that is. Oh yeah, I must check that out. I must go check it out. Having a tan backing might be awkward with a black beret. Yeah, it would be just a small bit. Mm. Yeah, it'd just be a small bit awkward. Better hit the hay. 6 a.m. flight. Cheers, lads. Have a good one, Jude. See you later. I'll probably knock off now soon anyway. We've been on for 45 minutes. The name is Terry Savalas, Colonel, swashbuckler, actor, and war veteran with a disability in my little finger. Go, Terry. um, yeah. So hang on a second, actually. So the Rangers beret is nearly that color green. That's actually green. It doesn't look green. It is green. It's a rifleman's beret. Um, it's that color green, and it's got an emerald square behind the cap badge. For the Emerald Isle. So there you go. How you know a beret has been used, lads, is if it goes onto your head, and you can just shape it like that without even a cap badge on it. Steel helmet Stan. Yes, mate, going strong. Um, But the head harness is your stand. Into the rhubarb rum and Purse Maximus. Oh, rhubarb. It must be very sweet, no? Rhubarb is bitter. Unless it's a different rhubarb in England, but rhubarb in Ireland is bitter. That's why when you have rhubarb tart, they lace it with sugar to try and kill all the bitterness out of it. Good gold. Nobody has a head like Sir Stan, the steel helmet of Steel Helmet. Editing shortly after the end of the Second World War, Roger Moore was conscripted in national service in 1921. September 1948, he was commissioned into the Royal Army Service Corps. Roger Moore. Did he not serve in Korea? Wasn't he in Korea? Wasn't he a para? Or was he infantry? Forgive me, I might be wrong. I think be thinking of the wrong fella there. Dead boy. Cinnamon stand, Barry White. Had a head like a big wash kettle. Right, guys, so we've been on for 46 minutes, so I'll give you 5 or 10 minutes there to just come up with, bombard me with questions. While you're thinking of them, I will be cleaning these. Michael Caine. Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. Michael Caine. I'm just wondering actually, because when you think of actors and war movies and stuff like that, especially guys like Michael Caine and some of the guys from World War that were around during World War II that had seen action. Spike Milligan being one. Spike Milligan had shell shock. Audie Murphy is a prime example of it. So we are more attuned now to mental health than they were back then. So what I'm trying to say is, To Hell and Back, which was Audie Murphy's biography on friggin' movies, it must have been so hard for those lads, or it must be so hard for those lads. Marcus Luttrell, Lone Survivor, he was on set when they were filming Lone Survivor as an advisor. What must have been going through his head when he seen all these guys coming in, kitted out and dressed the same as his friends that were after being killed, that they were portraying being killed. He was there when they were killed. So what the mental strength or the mental fortitude that man must have been going through must have been absolutely horrendous. Same as Audie Murphy playing himself in To Hell and Back. Michael Caine, Korean veteran in Where Eagles Dare and Bridge Too Far and all these other movies. Like, mentally, how did they cope? Because I cannot be near people when they're cooking sausages. Don't know what it is. It's the smell. Don't like the smell of it. I'll eat them, no problem. If I walk into the room when I know they're being cooked, I'm okay with it. But if I walk in and I just get that smell, yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. It's just a weird one that I just thought about there. Roger Moore, British Rhine Army. He was in the British Rhine Army actually. There's Lucky Strikes. Yeah, didn't Michael Caine, or wasn't he involved in hand-to-hand fighting in Korea? He was. There's a funny story. He tells a story on an interview about going out on a patrol with a new officer. Michael Caine's first film was A Hill in Korea in the mid-1950s. It's on YouTube, worth to watch. Almost give that a look, actually. A Hill in Korea. Michael Caine's brother fought in Ireland. No. I don't think Arnhem wasn't in 1938 anyway. Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life. It was the first film since his service as a bomber pilot in World War II. It's been said he was suffering from PTSD, and it can be seen in his performance. What? I must look up that one. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, then he was just saying there, came at a Hill in Korea movie about the Korean War. I must look that up actually. Lucky Strikes Green until 1942. No to Lions. Lucky Strikes Green goes on war. 1942. That's what okay. So yeah, no, that just popped into my head there. It must be like for those actors, guys. It must have been extremely oh, I know what the word is. Hard. Yeah, it's interesting one when you think about it. Really. Don't worry, YouTube. These are models, props, whatever you want to call them. I'm just giving him a dusting while I can, while we're all here chatting, and you're thinking of last questions to ask me. The Indian war colour on the house is white. So after 1945, the package is made to official because green again. But that was never implemented again. Weird or not. Cinema stand. Drinking gin. Dust out of frame. I am dusting out of frame. I'm dusting on my lap. And my poor old tracksuit pants now is going to be covered in dust and stuff. Because I do actually, like, this is what I do over Friday. I come in here and I prep and I do a bit of research and stuff like that. What I'm talking about. And I sit here and dust these and relax. What's on everyone's list for next year? SAS Beret, a Malaysian in-country machete, if I can find one, or else a kukri. And I would like to, if I could, is improve on my medal collecting. So I would like to get a trio to a Irish regiment, a soldier from an Irish regiment, preferably the Munster Fusiliers. Now I did see one for sale there not so long ago, but they're like nearly 350 pounds for a trio. For some reason I don't know why, because you can pick up a trio for somebody from the Royal Artillery Army Service Corps for 50, 60 quid. But because they're an Irish regiment and because they're, I don't know, I suppose a rarity, price shoots up. That's about it, really. Yeah. So yeah. Andy Kruger hated wearing the German uniform in A Bridge Too Far. He had seen action right at the end of the war as a teenager. Oh, okay. Sunday is the German Day of Army Honours. Oh, okay. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one, Terry. Gin and it, or gin and orange. Wherever triggers my use of superhero powers. Steel Helmet Stand was an SS member, was he? You've got a trio, you can tell the story now. Yes, I did. I got a trio. I have a trio. Well, I don't have a trio in my possession, but I have a trio to an Irishman from Cork who wasn't in an Irish regiment. He was in the he was in a light infantry, if I remember correctly from reading the notes, and was wounded in 1916. Left the army. Was discharged from the army due to the wounds he sustained. And lived in London, it seems to be, for the rest of his life. But he was born in Cork. I know the house. Well, I don't know the house. I've seen the house on Google Maps. King's Royal Rifle Corps. That's what he did. I've seen the maps or the picture on Google Maps of where he was from in Cork, and so that when that comes over, I will be doing a video on it because Danny from Herefordshire Regimental Museum has kindly mounted them for me. So yeah, so hopefully when they come out, I'll do a video on them. While I see his name and his title there, guys, as well. Herefordshire Regimental Museum. Now, it's not just Herefordshire Regimental Museum. There is the Shropshire Light Infantry Museum. There is the, I don't know, there is the Royal Welsh Fusiliers Museum. There's the Royal Ulster Rifles. There's the Royal Enniskillen Fusiliers. These are all small little regimental museums, guys, and they need our help. So, if you're near a regimental museum, Hereford in particular, because they're struggling. Well, they're not struggling. I won't say they're struggling because they're not struggling, but they could do with the help. They have 3 guys pretty much that are in charge of the little museum and do all the running and rattling cans and stuff like that. So if you do have a local regimental museum, go help them. Go volunteer. Looks good on a CV. If you're a young fella, or just go down for a chat. Go down for a cup of tea. If you're a veteran and you don't want to join the Legion or something like that, just go down for a cup of tea and a chat and have an outlet of life, and you might actually enjoy it. And you can get stuff, chat to people, same interests, and now let's play a quiz. Can anyone tell me what this sound is? Answers on a postcard, please. Commanders, members of the armed forces and all nations, and civilians that who died in armed conflicts or armed conflicts to indicate victims of violent organizations, and it was first organized in the modern form in 1952. Okay, cool. King's Royal Rifles Corps. That's who the regiment is I have, or the guys' medals I have. Steel Helmet Stand, Gunter Cross Nose, also the offensive. Okay. Steel Helmet Stand. G3. It is a G3, and that HK slap. Cocky G3. Click toys from Dita. No, you're thinking of a cricket. No, it's not cricket. I do have a cricket there somewhere, but it's not a cricket. Yeah, let's see if I find my cricket for you. Take down this whole shelf. It's in here somewhere. At least I believe it's in here somewhere. Maybe not. Stan! If you're Stan, are you still there, Stan? Stan? Stan! Nope. Okay. What was in this box? Obviously not. See them, Stan? Would you like these, Stan? Do you know what they are, first of all? You know what they are? Communist Party books. Is what they are. And if you would like them, I will send them to you in your package. Because they're no use to me. Because I don't really have a display of Cold War stuff. I have 2 mannequins that I can do in Cold War stuff, but I don't really have a display, shall we say. But if you like them, I will send them to you. Just give us a thumbs up. I'll be selling Rusty Gold at Brecon Militaria, 3rd of December. Every member here who comes will get bought a brew. Ah! There you go, guys. There's an invitation for you. So, go and find Danny and you'll get a cup of tea. And he's very good at selling stuff, so you'll probably walk away with something. That's that one done. Next. That's done. Go there. That's done. Go over there. Down there. Oh. Next we have You'll Never Take Me Alive, Copper. They are Russian ID books. I've got a couple already. But if you want to chuck them in, I'll always find a place for them. Yes, no problem. Most of my modern stuff is gone to Ukraine. So lots of World War II and earlier and cheapy pieces. I need to clear some space. So yeah, so there you go. If any of you want to go and meet up with Danny, you're more than welcome. What was that? What was the name of the movie? You'll Never Take Me Alive, coppers. You filthy animal. Next on the collection is the rifle that you either love or you hate. Get it in. They've actually improved. From what I know, they have improved. They're not a bag of cats compared to what used to be there. Yeah. Where is my copy handle? Sound like it's been mangled by a cat. It's jammed now. I don't know. Oh, you are going to piss me off now for the night, aren't you? That's not right, anyway. That doesn't sound right. Look right. Oh, well. Oh. Yeah, it shouldn't do that. It should just flip down when you open it. Oh, where have we gone? Hugon Forest Battles. Siegfried Line 1944. Dragon's Teeth. Mushy Forest and Angry German Enemy. There's a good movie called When Trumpets Fade. Police Academy. Not quite. That fella playing with fire again. I'm not anymore. I'm putting away. Al Capone in the house, John. I'll let you know if they've improved on the 2nd of December. It sounds like a box of nails. They do actually, they're not the best. Do we want to arrange a channel meet up at Stoneleigh? Think everyone will be there. Can't believe anyone would miss it. Yes, you can. I will sign autographs. I will be signing autographs at Stoneleigh, guys. I'll bring my own marker if anybody wants to come. And we'll be having tea from 12 until 10 past 12. So outside at the hut. At the Chippy van. So if anybody wants a signature, don't be afraid to call. I will sign buttocks and chests only. Oh. Next one. This is the last one now, guys, and then we'll be heading off for the night. Ding ding. Where'd I put my rag? Pink Panther. Why am I humming the Pink Panther? Actually, I found some things here earlier on. I wanted to see if there's fish in this one. Pardon me, it was not me, it was my food. It just popped up to say hello. Oh, it's gone down below. Yeah, well, that one doesn't fit. Okay. That one fits. That's it. Where is my XM177? Oh, now you fit. Now you fit, you bugger, you. Right. So that's the one that came out of that one. No, would you prefer, guys, do you prefer the black? Or would you prefer the... What was that? Or would you prefer the grey? Grey or black? I think I need the black in it for a contrast. Or the grey in it for a contrast for a while. There you go. Am I still here now? Please tell me I haven't been knocked off again. Because I've been trying not to keep these things in view for too long. In 1944, I was a medic at Camp Pickett. I ate a lot of red meat in the army, but I felt good about it. Terry, what are you smoking? Right, guys, so that's that one done. It's the last one I'm doing now tonight. So, I will love you and leave you. Have a safe night. Have a safe evening, weekend. I will see you all next week, hopefully at Friday at 8 o'clock, guys. So have a safe one, have a safe weekend, and I will see you all same channel, same place, same time next week.